Wait for it, wait for it. It's a me! Hello. And
Hello.
There needs to be a crown here for him.
Yes, it has been years and you still haven't got me a crown.
In fairness, when was the last time you won it?
Good point.
Who is actually? Hang on, who is
the quick?
It might be me actually. Hang on. Yes, it is. So why haven't you got me a crown, huh? What's going on? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who this is by his voice and the fact that we keep talking about the Quip King, this is T.A. Black, everybody.
Hello.
AKA the Random Genius.
It's nice to be here.
He is. He is down from the merry land of Scotland.
Indeed.
And he's made a mistake because it's very hot down here.
Yes.
And he's wondering why.
ridiculously.
Speaking of wondering why, you may be wondering why I've got this dangling around my head. It's not because I'm doing a blind Kinshi cosplay. That's what's going to happen. No, I'm going to need this, my lads and ladies and other persons, because we are playing Return of the Obra Dinn. Now, this is something that numerous guys have actually wanted me to do.
Yes.
On the team, so I'm more than happy. Ian looks exactly like I imagined he would. I mean, you've met him once. So he looks exactly as I imagined he did, based on the last time I saw him.
Yes.
But it has been 4 years. We're gonna have to update your pack. We're gonna make it more beardy. You do realise this, right? What is this Return to Obra Dinn, and why does you and actually hang on a minute, let's get him in actually, because he's here. He's here as well. Here's Urtheart.
Yarg.
Yeah, you right there?
Yeah, I'm just finished eating.
Are you in a different room?
Is my mic being odd again?
It does sound like are you actually broadcasting from the inside of a barrel? Is that where you're eating? Did you break into the shit?
Is that any better?
Yes.
He went and completed the Obra Dinn first, looted everything.
We're going to get there and find nothing. It's going to be an entire waste of a stream.
I have some bad news for you. There is no pillaging or plundering in this game.
And
There wasn't a bloody point in this game. So we're here to solve murders and not murders, but there's 60 of them, and my guess it's someone with the something in every single room of this ship.
Obra Dinn has returned to the shores of England, specifically Falmouth.
Has it returned? Is that a key plot point of the return of Obra Dinn?
I never would have guessed. I never would have guessed, honestly.
But there are no crew aboard. In fact, absolutely no one is aboard alive anyway. And
Bloody hell.
you have been sent by the East India Company's insurance division to figure out what's going on.
Ah. I mean, we've got a ship we can sell. That sounds pretty good to me. I mean, we can. Well, can we just cut to the chase and just go? Well, they're gone.
So, interestingly, there is an achievement for the game.
Just the one, everyone.
Oh no! So you can't complete. You can't get all the achievements in this game in one run, because one of the runs requires you to solve everything, and then there's an achievement for blaming every single person's death or missingness on the captain.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's the man in charge, right?
True.
Isn't the captain ultimately responsible?
That's probably why the achievement's there.
At the end of the day, the captain isn't responsible at all. No, it's fine.
To be fair, this is for insurance purposes.
The
more information, the better.
Attention Chief Inspector Insurance claimed on North. Obra Dinn has returned. Dispatch to Falmouth immediately and prepare for a full assessment. Well, there it is. That's your assessment.
Fun fact. You are randomly assigned whether you are a male or female inspector.
That's good, actually.
That's nice.
I have yet to get a male inspector on all of my playthroughs.
Falmouth,
About 6.
England, 1807. Insert Back to the Future sound effect here. company man woke up.
Carried to the Obra Dinn.
Oh, God, what is the voice acting already?
Not many eager for that job.
Not many eager for that job, no.
Seems a bit late if you ask.
I didn't.
What's in the box?
I don't know.
The box, the box.
What's in the box?
Hey, how?
Carefully.
Can't actually hear you. Have you got a male or a female?
I've got company. He said company man. There's a male voice.
Ah, so yes.
Also, based on my arm, I am some sort of wooden automaton.
The East India Trading Company, now full of
It's just
crash test dummies.
It's now you know what Pinocchio did when he grew up. He grew up to
grew up to be a tax officer.
a tax officer.
So the other thing you may notice, ladies and gentlemen, is this game only has 2 colours.
Yes, we can change that. Oh, I do not like that. I do not like that. Oh, okay.
Don't worry, you won't see it very
Welcome. This will get a clip. Welcome to the return of Obra Dinn. Grasp the knob to continue. Right, here we go. We've got various things. Oh, I can't do that apparently. Oh well.
Sadly, I don't think this has missed levels of interactivity with the environment.
No.
Dun 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 dun. Ahoy! Hello. There's a boat, Jack. Let's see.
Titan's Creed going, are you going to take us to Monkey Island?
You can see.
Only if we have enough mints.
This is true.
This is true.
Oh, well.
So you're looking for...
I'm pretty certain I found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've got some very nice pixelated flies.
So, my initial assessment...
He's dead.
Really? I thought it was just slightly
Well,
unwell.
tell you what, he's twisted his ankle. I mean, look at that.
I know.
He's twisted it right off.
Oh, dear me.
Well, he asked. Well, SJ. There's a wheel.
Oh.
It's too heavy.
Oh, for feck's sake.
Yeah, you're going to have to go and sort him out.
I don't know who you are, but I will destroy you.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm going to say to him. Oi! All I got to do.
You got to climb back down.
Good evening, Greyfall. And yes, no bones about it, that man is drunk.
Hello, Greyfall. How are you doing?
And
Very
hello
good,
there,
sir.
The raiding party from
Take it
Turbo.
yourself and open it here.
Take it yourself or open it here. I will take it with me.
No.
It's too heavy. You've got to open it.
Do we have to come back down here every single time we want
Nope.
something new?
Nope. This is all you need. The only time you will come back down here is when you finish the game.
Oh, D.
A catalogue of adventure and
I
tragedy.
feel like this was something. Our guy was preempting this.
Yes.
So this isn't something you came with. So A and D swap the pages, so as if you're on a WASD.
I trust that you now find yourself aboard the Obra Dinn. I expected this day to come, and my every intention was to tell the ship's strange tale within the pages of this book. Regretfully failing health has allowed me to produce only the basic outline that follows. Your presence on the Obra Dinn is critical. I leave the discovery of its fate and the completion of this book in your hands. Again, it is a catalogue of adventure and tragedy. I feel like this is somewhat preempted. The next few pages will seem bewildering at first.
Bewildering already.
Yes, or will make sense in time.
In time.
Use the pocket watch to determine the identity and fate of everyone aboard, because that's how pocket watches work.
I mean,
Oh, you'll see.
Have you not seen Bernard's watch?
No, every time I go to, it's like nothing happens and then everything's gone.
Yeah.
It's weird. Hello, Voluptuous Spy. I want that hat, says Voluptuous Spy. Oh, you want the hat? That was a very dirty giggle from Double Cross, rather than. Pocket watches are very versatile. I know. I know. Fungi! Hi, Fungi! Yes, thank you again to Turbo for the rain and all the various folks. Where were we? Possible to determine the identity and fate. I actually quite like that on fate. 'Cause it looks like there's been a mistake and it's been like.
Not everyone's fate was death, but
Complete each chapter accurately and return the book by guaranteed post to the French Office of Affairs in Morocco. As the East India Company. I need to find a nice pirate
this guy
hat.
isn't from the East India Company.
What?
This
Spy needs to find a nice pirate hat for Oh, is it Renaissance Fair?
Nasals? Really?
Yeah, this is perfect.
I know it's perfect.
Turbo has just subscribed for 2 years, 24 months. Congratulations, sir. Thank you very much indeed for your loyalty and your friendship.
Many congratulations.
Many congratulations. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. A toast. A toast to the scurvy dog known as Turbo, who sailed the seas and was on this ship and is now dead. Because everybody's dead. The bargain chapter will remain unknown to you. I possess the details within, but have elected to keep them private for now. Henry Evans. Content: the journey, the ship, the crew. Oh, it's us. Life at sea in brackets sketch.
Is that done by the team behind Dead Ringers then?
Yeah, I presume so. Yes. This is on the cargo. Never mind that.
These pages will get revealed to you in time.
In time.
However, the important bits at the front are kind of important. So, you have a map of the Obra Dinn's journey, a map of the Obra Dinn itself. You probably won't use these two too much. Then you have a complete list of everyone that was on board, what their job was, where they came from,
and their fates.
And you will fill in their fates. So yeah, I think there were 60 people on board. Not all of them were ship's crew. There were a few passengers.
Abigail Hoscut Whittrell, is that the wife of the captain then?
I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Duncan McKay, I'm pretty certain they went off to become an Olympic swimmer.
And then the next page after that is sketches made by a artist who was aboard the Obra Dinn, and
look at number
well
8.
managed to
Henry Evans,
Henry Evans.
the surgeon. Interesting.
So you have discovered something that took me a little longer, which is, yes, this has all been supplied to you by Henry Evans. So that suggests
Yes.
So he did.
Well, you can summarise that Henry Evans is not dead.
Or is he?
Well, he might be now, but you know.
Anyway, how do I get out of this?
Control
Escape or right click. Not sure. Or click outside the book, maybe.
No.
W or S, maybe. Problem is, I played this with a controller,
Q.
so.
Back
Hang on.
cover.
The end.
Nope. So is the first puzzle actually getting off this page? Do we now read books for the entire stream? It's looking likely, Fungi. It's looking likely.
Oh my god. How do you... Seriously, how do you?
Actually trying to look that up right now.
Curses foiled!
Jesus Christ. Don't give me the controller, one of the keyboard controls.
Hang on.
Oh, there we go. Right. Hang on.
Skim through the...
entire... Oh, we need to go through the entire book?
Oh, did you actually have to go through the entire book before it let you
Looks like
come out?
it, yeah. The Doom!
Oh, hello, what was that?
Oh, it's tab.
Oh, the barn.
Tab. No, it's insisting I skim through the entire book. What kind
Just
of
skim all the way to the
stupid...
end.
What is this? The 100 books in one compendium for the Nintendo DS.
Oh, hello. What's this?
Oh, there we go. Why open close books?
Well, thank you so much. You have to skim through the entire book to find out how to close the freaking book.
It's also the button to open it again. I shall mention that.
Yeah.
Game design, yes, absolutely. Oh, and
there's our pocket watch.
Yeah.
Memento
Right,
Mortem.
now you never have to come back here until you want to leave.
Right,
Can we
okay.
leave now?
Tempting.
No, I believe you actually have to have viewed all the scenes first.
Right.
You can technically leave before you finish the game. But the same.
Anyway, we know where there's somebody who's dead.
Indeed.
It's you.
Ooh.
Captain! Open the door! Kick it in. Ah! Lest we break it down and take more than those shells!
Shells?
Are they being invaded by barnacles?
Exactly what I give you!
So this is a mutineer then, I take it.
Oh.
Kind of. So, as you can see, someone has been shot. This watch will take you to the scene of someone's death, specifically the person you that you view with it. So, there's a couple of things we can figure out from the scene. You can probably guess who that guy is. As
This,
for these two-
Yep,
this guy.
this is Professor Moriarty.
I was going to say Danny Trio.
Yeah, actually, this is not bad. Yes. Oh, hello. What's in here?
That is just one of the quarters.
I know, but it's just nice
No.
to see. Is there we
Yeah, no, you may be able to find
Kablam!
So,
Yep.
There are drawers there. They're not interactive.
Yes, you can't open the drawers. You can't actually interact with anything in the past. You can only view stuff.
okay, so...
Oh, okay.
standard-
Anyway, there was a man. He had an axe on him. There was another man with him.
Mm.
Yep.
Rank A game design. Damn straight. It was definitely rank.
So, as you go through, you get a limited time to view the scene, and then it will fill something out. And yes, we are starting at the end.
There was a flintlock pistol.
Mm.
So this was outside the captain's quarters. And for every death you view, you need to figure out who is it and how did they die.
I
Now.
think...
Go on.
This person was spiked, strangled, struck, suicide, torn apart,
Oh,
shot.
There we go.
He was shot with a gun.
Now, if it was an action that requires someone else to have done it, you need to try and identify who did it.
By a beast. He was shot by a terrible beast.
By his terrible beasts.
Well, assumingly it was the captain.
I think that, considering what was discussed, so yes.
The person's face appears blurred throughout.
Yep. So, at this point in time, the game is saying there is no way for you to be able to figure out who this person is.
Okay.
But we have
So
this thing
it
called
won't allow you to identify them.
their fate may be known and can be internet, which I've just done. Thank you for noticing, game. This is great. Trying to name them while their faces would be unproductive. So I haven't. What?
Yep.
Why is the game like belittling me? Carry on the What the frick is this?
This is the game's tutorial. This is why I said I'd help you through with the tutorial.
Jeez.
When the picture becomes unblurred, then the game thinks there is now enough information that you should be able to identify this person.
Batman's detective mode. So you've got this, Kev.
Oh.
Turbo missed his the lovely addition to the Ghost video at the beginning, didn't he?
I mean, if it was
Oh,
Batman's
yes, you'll have
detective
to
mode,
watch that later.
this game would be surely just done in blue.
Anyway, that's fine. Captain.
So, the three other things you have on here is, on the bottom left, is the script of what you heard during the thing.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
If you open that up, it will tell you everything that was said, as well as anything that has an X is said by the person who died.
Okay.
Interesting. Location of the corpse.
You have
what was?
where it was, yep.
Location of the corpse is definitely there. Three others
And the
were
other
present.
one is, so this is the view of the entire scene. Sorry, this is the picture. So it shows you everyone that's involved. Now you'll notice that one person's face is unblurred.
That would be
Not that guy.
Captain.
He's blurred.
Next to him.
Well, that
So the game says you should be able to identify this person.
which means they can now be identified. Use the book and pocket watch to gather enough information to reduce their identity. There's memories on the ship. Okay. Use the book, maps, crew manifest, and artist sketches for each to along with the individual conversations to find clues about unknown. There were 60 people on the ship when it left England. Determining everyone's identity and fate will not be easy. Decisive information is rare. Decisive information is rare, but we'll be sure to take you to task on it if you've not done anything or you've done anything. In fact, if you've tried to play the game in any way,
Don't
good
worry.
luck. Yeah, good luck. Thanks a bunch, game.
Good luck.
And that's pretty much all the tutorials you're getting throughout the game.
Hooray!
Right, okay,
Another
anyway,
thing
that's
to
the
note.
captain.
That's the Captain.
Yes. One thing to note, you see the arrow above his head. Oh, God damn it.
Hang on. That's all right. I'm not sure I like the freaking string instrument stroke every single thing.
It's the other person that came on to the Obra Dinn with the insurer. It's his personal orchestra.
So
Musician.
I can alter that if I want to change my mind.
If you think you got the wrong one. The arrows above their picture donate how hard they should be to figure out. So the captain only has one. Because he's literally name dropped.
Alright, Justice at Sea.
Whereas if you... Yeah, so...
This does continue. It is...
Yes. There are actually 3 different pictures. Maybe more.
Okay, interesting.
Because this is not the entire crew. There are
Now
not
that's
60 people here.
interesting. We've got a gathering of folk here. Well, this guy's got a gun and he's aiming at the person who's been told to dive off. But these guys here at the bottom aren't looking too happy about things. That person's being consoled.
This is all stuff for later mysteries, perhaps.
Indeed.
There's people not looking. There's people looking. There's
People playing.
Yeah.
people playing dice.
So
or
that's
bones, or-
another picture.
Yeah.
So there's 3 pictures.
But here with
There is another man in the
I'll
scene
be
that
honest,
you've not yet
that
to
picture
find.
on its own looks very dodgy. But but I assure you, it's a man's fist with an unknown person there.
Yep.
So
You've not seen him in that scene yet.
No.
So where is he hiding in that scene?
Is he Henry Evans?
it does say there's 3 others were present.
Yeah, exactly. You've only seen 2 other people.
Unless that person is yourself.
No, you do not count.
Am I able to go
Gaza.
back into the memory, or was that?
Tab again.
Oh, no.
Fair enough. Oh, there we go.
So there is one other thing you can do, and if you can like focus on a person in the scene. I need to actually remember the control
Oh, hello.
is.
I was able to get past.
Yep. Are you using controller or are you using?
I'm using controller now.
I think it's one of the shoulder buttons. Oh, did you leave the memory?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Captain, open the door.
Oh, it's you over here. Look.
Yeah.
Let's we
So,
break it.
I think it's one of the bumper buttons will like give you like a focus mode when you're hovering over someone.
Exactly what I can do.
Interesting.
Or yeah, there we go. And it'll show you them in the background. You can use that to try and help you identify people as well. Also, there's one quite nice detail, is if you look at where the bullet goes, you can actually see the particles coming out of his back. And you can follow the bullet, see where it landed.
Oh yeah, it's gone into the grates.
Now, did
So,
it
yeah.
end up going into like sneaking
It may-
through
it
the
may-
hold, or did it?
It may be there. It may have fallen through. It all depends, really.
I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever looked that far, but I thought, you know, that's quite a neat little effect they've done, again, with only the 2 colours.
Right.
Let's exit the memory
Yes.
by just going up here, then I guess.
You exit the memory by going out the door.
Oh, it is actually out the door.
It is
It's
actually
like
out the door.
Nightmare.
Hmm? And
Sidestep
after
to your
each
left.
one,
Right, so somewhere over
will-
here is potentially
Yeah,
a
but-
bullet.
yeah, but I mean the bullet's not a living person, so it won't work with watch. But you'll notice now the cabin in front of him, the captain's quarters, is now open.
Oh yes.
Indeed.
How
I kind of want this bullet now. Evidence.
It's not. You won't find the bullet.
It's alright. I'm just curious about these doors. Can I open it?
You can't open that one. So you'll notice there's an X on the lock, which means you can't open it. That one doesn't have one. So you can open that one.
Oh, this is where we followed in.
I think
This is the other side.
but-
This is like a.
Interesting. Also, hello there. Was it Wibble NS?
New Zealand.
Somewhere over there 4 years ago.
Indeed.
I think that about us.
Hello, Wibble.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure I know how long the Obra Dinn was lost. I probably should look that
Not
up.
long enough. Not long enough.
So yeah, this is the one you saw.
Indeed. Is there anything in here that's different? No. There's a
Nope.
picture which feels like it should fill up with something or the other. Anyway, out of the way. Through here. No, this is where I was, I think.
Oh, no, yeah, that
this
might be.
one. Anyway.
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
Well,
I don't think that's... Is that the captain? I don't think it is.
doesn't look like it.
We've got... somebody with a knife. There's a knife there. Was it this our guy who was climbing up then, maybe?
Maybe.
Oh, what was that there?
Oh, you have.
Oh, that's just light again.
I think
that's
that's
light.
just lighting.
reflecting.
I'm just like, there's a clue, there's a clue. And it's like, no, it's just light.
Thank you, Wibble. Yeah, lost at sea 1803, returned 1807.
7 years from the time it was commissioned as a ship. I mean,
But yes, so to continue, we need to
all
investigate
these-
these two bodies. I would say we do the one nearest the door first.
yeah, I think this is the guy who was up top.
Where are they? Must be in here someplace.
Oh, yes, must be in here.
Mm.
They're at
They're at
bottom of the sea.
The bottom of the sea!
lives in a pineapple
Under
under the sea. We
It's
don't-
heavily polluted.
So this is the guy that was with the other guy, and Captain's been on a rampage. It looks like.
Well, there's no body there yet. There's pistol.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Oh, there's.
hello.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Knife in mouth, coming down.
Yeah. So you went over the top to get the captain from behind.
Yeah.
Came
he
through.
was
So he
being
was supposed to
sneaky.
come through here.
Yeah.
So this is our guy.
We don't know who he is, but
He
But-
was.
He's been slashed across the throat with a knife. The game has decided I know everything I need to know, and that's the end of that.
it's a time limit for that to go.
Okay. So it's a time limit for the first.
For the
instance.
for it to fade and
Inside
then
the
fill out.
captain's quarters.
So 2 of us were present because one
We
was
we
dead.
know this unknown soul was knifed. Is it going to be knifed?
I think
Yeah, it's probably gonna be
I think
nice.
it probably would be.
Okay,
There's-
so there's one very good thing I will say about this is that you don't need to be exact. As
They
long as
couldn't
we-
think of something for sword, so they just went killed in brackets sword. It was run through. There you go.
Yeah,
Failed at insult sword fighting.
Yeah, they fell. He fell neck first.
fell on top of the sword.
Fell neck first onto that.
Just expired.
He was decapitated very slowly.
They were expired. They were all expired.
They're expired. Yeah, that's totally well done. Well done.
Yes, there'll be a
Knifed.
better example
Knifed
soon enough. Of,
by the captain, we think.
yeah, we're pretty sure that's the captain.
Yes.
Knife.
Because
There
he
we
got
go.
name dropped as the captain.
So yeah.
Yep, there we go. We've no idea who they are, but
Nope.
Then 2 others are present.
well, we'll find out about the other one momentarily because we're
Yes.
pretty certain that. Oh, hello.
Oh, that's the.
That's the first guy
That's
that
the
died.
first
So
guy.
we're watching this in chronological order.
Right, so let me just get back in here.
and then-
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So we can just go back out the door again, nightmare style.
Yep.
I should be like this, shouldn't I? Where am I?
You're in a room.
I'm in a room. Okay, what's in front of me?
You've got a pocket watch in your left hand.
Okay.
And there is a body on the floor. is a look up to your left. Yes, that's fine.
Alright, I see a spyglass here. Right, hang on. LMC does Nightmare Live, everybody. Hilarious, by the way.
Oh,
Just gonna say.
You know, I am speaking of Nightmare. I have actually seen the theatrical version of Nightmare, which is basically a fan-made production of people doing the Nightmare games. They get people from the audience to do various things. Oh,
Yeah, not all of them have amazing text to them.
oh.
That is not the guy.
No, that's someone else.
No, that is the guy who's climbing the rigging.
It looks
Just
nothing
he's now
like
got his-
him.
No,
He's had his face caved in now, so.
Did he? No, did he not have?
I am.
Press X to doubt.
Um,
His
don't know.
clothes seem very different.
I think that's just the lighting.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think.
Well, let's
I
find
remember-
out. Hang on, if I just do
Yeah.
this, it should just go, aha.
Yep.
Oh, it is there.
Oh, it is. Ah,
But-
I thought the earlier ones showed the person without beard.
No, he definitely had. But again, I think it's the lighting and the fact that there's only,
Two colours.
two colours.
Anyway, well, we're good.
So okay, so
Yeah.
so how would we define that death then?
You've got plenty of options.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you can't leave
No!
until it's done the swirly thing.
No, the 1970s Iris has got me.
Curse you, George Lucas, and your basic editing effects for Star Wars.
Anyway,
One other person was present. I wonder who that person was.
was it the captain by any chance?
Possibly.
Yes.
Anyway, who is this? Why did they die? They were clubbed by the captain. That's all we need to do.
Yeah.
I will say there was a room behind the captain that's finally opened up as well. Not that side, the other side.
This one, oh, will they?
Yes. Oh, okay.
Who dis? But they're already dead, so.
Yeah, but it was more the fact that you couldn't see them on the overall picture. There we go. Alright.
Well,
I think if you press like
I think
tab while you're zooming in on them, it automatically goes to their page. Ooh, I think you're
Nope.
focusing on the.
Wrong person. Okay. Unknown.
Yep.
Await further clues.
to have sufficient information to this person's identity.
Yep.
However, this does bring the rest of these into focus a bit more.
Yes, because
So
you're
if-
now just viewing the picture
Yeah,
as
so
it was.
we've got some dancing going on, celebrating. There's three ladies. For Mason royalty. So
So,
this is
you'll notice some of these people
those two.
on that one appear in the bottom one as well.
Ah. Interesting.
But these are all scenes that the artist on board drew, basically.
Interesting.
Interesting.
And there are some clues you can actually get from that picture as to identities.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I'll explain that in a bit.
anyway, I will go back through the door. Follow the eye shield. There we go. So on that basis, then, I'm assuming there's going to be another skeleton in here. There is indeed.
But before you do that one, there's another one.
Oh.
There is.
I would do that one first if I were you.
Dutton.
Abigail, your brother, my friend. I shot him
Okay.
dead. I'll be with you soon, my love.
So the first one we saw must be the brother of.
Please forgive me
Abigail
Yeah.
surname.
for everything.
There's the captain. Then there's
Oh. Captain has
committed suicide by yes.
yes.
By suicide by yeah.
Yeah.
That's the most British thing. But by Jove, the man committed suicide by yes. Yes.
Yes.
By the band, yes.
So yes,
Don't
you have
you
now
Rick
discovered a new
Wakeman.
clue. So, if you, once this is over, you'll be able to do the zooming in and check thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've done that. He's very clearly blown himself to bits. We know that this is Abigail somebody.
So, what you can now do is when we go after this, you can zoom in on her, go to her on the
Name her as Abigail, whoever, and
Yes.
then we can officially
And
name
Ed-
the other person.
and any other time it then shows Abigail again, it will automatically name her if it's correct,
Oh, that's clever.
Right.
but only if it's correct. And you won't know that until you finish.
Captain.
There you go. It's already renamed that to the captain.
Suicide. By gun.
This may or may not be correct.
We're fairly confident.
Fates are
this-
validated in sets of 3. I still feel like this game is like just like really belittling. Correct, identify these
Yeah.
3 people and their fates. Okay, well,
So basically, to stop you just randomly guessing, it will only actually tell you if you're correct when you've got 3 correct.
no one else was present. Okay, Abigail.
So
I'm getting very strong edutainment.
Something. There was a definite unlocking noise then, wasn't there?
Could that be another?
that's the door. That's the door out unlocking.
Oh right. Okay. Well, let's just go
But
out of
before
here.
we do that, I was going to say you might want to go back and identify the corpse.
Oh yes, I can do. I can identify Abigail, I guess, from here. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh well, I
If
can't.
you zoom in on her.
There we
go.
There we go.
Ah, now it's
See,
actually
her face is now clear.
Abigail
Hoskins.
Hoskett Whittrell.
Interesting. So now the thing is, do we have someone who's known as Hoskutts in their surname?
Actually, let me just double check there isn't anybody called. Well, there's our people, I think, who for
Yeah.
in that other photo. It's a couple of unknown people, which is really helpful. Anyway, that's her. Must be.
I'm not directing the entire game. I'm purely helping them with the tutorial.
The disembodied voice of Urtheart.
Yes.
Yes. No, Urtheart is here to help us out
He's
if
just-
we're stuck.
Literally after the next scene, I will not be doing much. If you look on the floor at that guy now, who was the one who was shot, you can try and identify him.
Yep.
You'll notice his face is now clear.
Indeed, this unknown soul.
Oh, William.
William Hoskett, the first mate. Was shot by a gun by the captain. So they were brothers-in-law then.
Ah, interesting.
Interesting.
So what the hell happened?
Shells, apparently, based on what we heard, are one of the mysterious shells. Cannon shells?
Too many oysters.
Oysters? Pearls? Might have a whole bunch of pearls. Oh, and
That
now
is
we
something
do.
you'll have to find out.
There is indeed the big. Now we know that this person is being hung up and shot
Oof. Not
like
so-
a firing squad.
Yes. Anyway,
Those are our people from the other photo as well.
I think it's about time we went back into.
Reality.
Yeah.
Back to the present.
Oh.
And that
Is the
end
end
of
of
the
the
chapter.
end, which is also the beginning. How very Red Dwarf.
So once you've got on every page, it will give you a tally of how many people died and where the boat was at that point.
Okay. the Azores and Madeira and the Canary Islands.
Fair enough. I think that's more flavour text more than anything. But,
Yeah, we've got that. We've got them. We don't know how they died though.
So,
although saying that there was like a mark across her head.
it may have just been shadows, to be honest. But I think we can still use the pocket watch on her.
Yeah, let's
Yep.
see.
Anytime the pocket watch comes up.
Dun. Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, no.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh, what the
gosh.
hell?
What the heck?
Well, this went in an odd position.
That escalated quickly.
I don't know this guy. Somebody.
Okay.
Is it very specific? Hang on. We stare through his own legs at his face. Woo! Interesting. Interesting hat. Very distinctive hat. I think this is the conductor.
So Topham hat.
Quite possibly.
Ah.
So he's fired. We've got
So,
a bloody.
We've got. Okay, fine. There's a lot of people here.
There's a lot of
I think
people.
we-
There's
There's a lot
I think
of
we need
people
to
here.
focus on the actual person that's.
I know. I'm just want to make it very clear who that we've got everybody and they're all.
I think there's. Yeah,
It's gonna be
there's
like-
not enough time for this because there was something
Yeah,
like.
you will get your chance afterwards. Grey 4, here we were thinking it was just immunity, then HP Lovecraft comes in and messes with the narrative.
Damn you, Lovecraft!
Welcome to the Doom, the 7th chapter.
The 7th chapter. Of course, why not? 10 people were present. Met an unknown fate.
Yeah,
Well, she was crushed
By rigging.
by. I guess it would count as rigging.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a beast
So-
wielding rigging. It was.
Well, here's the thing, actually. You can put 2 different answers for this, and they both count as correct. You
Ah.
can put crushed by rigging, or you can put
Or the
crushed
beast,
by beast,
presumably.
because both are perfectly correct.
Yeah, falling rigging caused by the beast, but.
Yep.
well
done.
done. Well done. Again.
Once they are correct, they are permanently in the book, and you cannot change them. But only if they are correct. And this is how you figure out.
I'm getting a very. Okay. With the music, I'm getting a very Untitled Goose Game type feel. I've got to be honest with you.
It's all orchestrated by the goose!
It was the goose.
The goose!
The goose, I tell you.
And with that, that is the end of the tutorial. And that is all I will be helping you with, unless you specifically ask for my help.
Okay.
The only other 2 times I will help you is when I think the game isn't being fair due to the thing I mentioned the other day about stereotypes.
Why is he shaking?
Yeah, Bob, that's actually the one last thing. You don't get to everything through the overship from the top of the Obra Dinn. Sometimes you go through another scene. You can return to all of these later, don't worry.
What is?
What?
See the glowing body that was behind you?
No. Oh, hello. Oh, bloody hell!
Jeez. Oh, so we can.
So what happened to this guy?
So we can effectively quantum leap between people then.
So his corpse was
so
moved, and you don't know where to.
I would
So if you
assume
now
it's where
click
the
your
fire of the pocket watch is going is where we need to go next.
Yeah, I assume so. Oh, hang on.
Now, admittedly, on a second playthrough, these are annoying because they take time.
Oh, he seems
Voila!
to.
You can now investigate his death. If you want to go back to the previous one, you just go back to the body.
Right. Okay.
Yes, Grateful. We are going to go into a scene within a scene within a scene within a scene, picked out from a scene within a hat.
And with that, good luck.
was not expecting this level of yes. So
we have our hat person.
yes.
There's also a guy over here.
So okay.
I mean,
I think it's fairly obvious how that person met their ends.
it might be worthwhile just popping this one. He's unknown. We don't know who he is, but can we not say how he's died?
It has to be at the end of the.
At the end of the
time.
Yeah, you have to wait for the scene to finish.
Yeah.
I will say this is the last guy identified, because the reason that you identify him is something I don't think is either obvious or actually true.
There's a goat.
There is a goat.
We don't know what's going on there. And now's a commercial break. Honk, indeed. We know it was the goose. We know it was the goose.
Yes.
12 others. Who is this? How did they die?
How did they die?
So, again, the game thinks you should be able to identify that guy. So you can try and do that if you want.
Torn apart by a beast.
And that is why a terrible beast is on there.
But they reckon we should be able to...
Yeah.
Okay, so
I wonder if there's like a very obvious thing on here in terms of the location, because the tattoos are such.
So, I mean,
Wales, clearly.
Wales. I don't know. Could they be something, like Polynesian?
I mean, that's what I mean, New Guinea's the one that leaps out to me, to be honest with you.
So the unknown ones are if you know what their job was on the ship, you don't know which one of them they are.
Okay.
I don't really think we've got much to go on with this.
Yeah.
It's just their tattoos is the thing that's...
Okay, I'm going to tell you now, the tattoos are the only clue the game will give you. There's only one other clue you can possibly get, but that's from a later scene. And that's what their job was on the ship.
I think it's Mabba. Anyway, we'll go out of that. Oh god, here we go again. What now? It's clearly the goat. Is it you?
No.
No. It's you!
Ah.
Click the watch to find out.
Oh, I keep
Oh
forgetting.
yes, of course, yeah, because this is the one that initiates a scene within a scene.
Oh, hello, you... Well, things haven't worked out for you. You're being just annoying now. you know exactly where it is.
I think it's called dramatic license. That, or the people who created the pocket watch really wants to just make the most of it because it was released by the hour.
Got many scenes and many scenes now.
Oh. I think I see what the problem is. See, he wasn't wearing a high-vis jacket.
Clearly. Oh, hello. Somebody's fallen down the stairs here. Oh, no.
Or was he heading up the stairs?
Is that our guy with the...
Yeah.
So our guy was bringing up a whole heap of other
He was either bringing up stuff, or he was falling down the stairs with stuff.
Oh, here's our
Oh no,
guy.
he must be bringing stuff up because he's still alive.
I should note you're going through these scenes backwards. So you're going backwards in time with each one.
Ah, okay.
As noticed, since your guy that was ripped in half is still alive in this scene.
I don't think much of your chances, mate, because there's a big rope wrapped round your middle as well. No idea who it is, but
they died due to
explosions. Exploded.
exploded.
They're blasted by an I mean, that's fair. That's 5 others were present. Okay, can we get out of the scene with the scene now? Maybe we get down there. No, you're all right.
Oh, there's the door. Yes, we can.
There is the door.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm delighted to hear this.
Okay.
Right, can we go back to...
So this should mean that we can now... That's still locked. No, we've already
That
been
door
in.
is locked because the captain's chair is leaning against it.
How inconsiderate.
It's pretty rude, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Right, okay.
So,
Oh, it's crushed to there.
yeah. Okay.
You
That's an
might be
officer.
able to figure out who that is by looking at the script of what happened here.
Oh yeah, we can look at the scripts, can't we? Oh yeah, we need to go through the door to get out of here. Oh, yeah, he was the one that was trying to attack the captain.
No, I can't get on this side.
Yeah.
Those two there. Who are you? Right.
Right.
Yeah, through the door.
Yeah, through the door.
Go up here briefly and see if there's anything that's visible. There is no.
No. Okay.
Right.
So that was the one that we found. That was the most recent one that we've just done.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. The stairs have been unlocked.
Nothing here. It's like the
Hang on.
Galley?
Some of these doors will unlock later, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
no, they've got X's on both of them.
Turnarounds. Alright. No, you can't pick items up, can you?
Nope.
No. Okay. Sorry. I've played far too many point-and-click adventures. So.
Ah, hello. Somebody's been crushed by a
Yes.
cannon.
I don't think we need the watch to tell us this one.
Not really. Ooh. Well,
Now we don't know who that person is.
don't know who they are.
All we know is that they dead.
Oh, him again.
That's someone unknown.
Well, there's part of somebody unknown. Okay, well, you can spin us out anytime you like. Okay, there you go.
There we go.
Don't know where they are, but they've been
They were crushed.
crushed. We know that there's that guy with the beard is one of the officers.
Yes.
I think at this point in time, we're quite happy to do that. Who is this?
Yep.
They were crushed
By a cannon.
by a loose cannon. Oh,
Okay,
hello.
so now we need to... Ah, there it is.
The
Or
other
headless
direction.
matey you saw earlier. I think.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that apparently this this mystical energy also tidies up behind us as well, or in front of us, and also gets us to new areas. It's rather nice.
I mean, we.
So yeah,
I was like, I'm glad it took us round in the circle to get back to where we were standing. That's great. That sounded very E.T.
yeah. Ooh. Okay, so that backfired.
Oh no, that's a cannon. That's a cannon blowing his.
Cannon backfired.
Oh.
Front fired.
You know, it picked it up and pulled it out
Yeah.
out of its thing, but towards it, so it moved the cannon, and he just got his head blown clean off.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
So this guy, he's down below.
Yeah.
So he's down below. He's one of the guys who's on
Manning
the
the
cannons.
Now, what is that job called on a ship, aside from
What is
manning
it?
cannons? Cannoneer.
I mean, if we can identify one of these guys to what they do in terms of their job, old Topham hat here.
So the Kraken was trained in firearms. Possibly.
Yeah, I'm going to say it was. We don't know who this guy is, but he was blown to Kingdom Come by Cannon and the Beast.
And the Beast.
New mechanic. There are actually 2 dead people in this scene.
Oh.
This unknown soul. I mean, technically, he was decapitated.
Probably.
He was also shot by a cannon
Yeah.
by the Beast. Technically.
Technically.
That should be an acceptable answer.
Who is this? I've no idea. Where were they?
I think we need to.
They are somewhere in the scene. I could not find them for a long time. I will tell you that now.
Okay. Oh, we need to do the initiates.
I know, but I'm going to take the
Oh,
opportunity.
hang on. I think I just saw him. I think he's underneath the cannon the Kraken was firing.
Oh gosh.
Well,
Oh,
but there he is.
There he is.
Oh, actually, no, then that might be a different person. Yes, it is going to go around again.
Waste
As I say,
goddamn time.
As I say, the people who created this pocket watch must lease it out per the hour, and all this extra fancy stuff is to pad out the time.
So this guy is like one of the loads of the cannon I'm cutting
Yeah.
off by. And again, I think it's going to be somebody within that group, which is then. So he was crushed. Oh hello. Oh no! Guy with the hat. He was right at the cannon's mouth. Oh. you poor guy. Yes, it was.
Notice who's behind him.
Oh.
Is the other guy that dies in that scene. I think he suffered the same fate.
Youch. Oh, and
this guy's crushed.
This is the guy that gets crushed.
This guy's crushed to death by
the cannon,
the
but
cannon
he had
with the beast.
He had the lit fuse and that.
Yeah, these guys are back here.
Yeah.
Our guy's reaching for that.
All right.
He's trying to desperately do that.
Have a good evening, Grey 4.
See you, Grey 4. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, this is just an absolute mess.
Yeah.
Which then creates an absolute mess.
Never mind, this is chapter 7.
Yeah, I know. Who is this? We don't know. They were crushed
By cannon.
by a cannon or the beast. I'm guessing. Technically,
Yeah.
Doesn't make a difference.
Crushed by a terrible beast.
And then we can go back to the
If
other
you
pane.
press D. Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
I think we need to head out this time.
Where's the door?
We need to head out here and then jump back into the book and fix it through there.
If you just hit tab, you can bring the book up. Or,
Well, we'll head out anyway.
Y or X. And then press D. Sorry, left or right on the D-pad. Should flip the... Oh, sorry, bumpers then. There you go. Get back
This
to the page.
guy.
Was also blasted apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Unknown Soul was... Well... Shot by cannon.
By the beast.
By the beast.
Okay, before we go any further, can we click on this unknown soul just to see what the roles are? Yeah, yeah. Okay.
If you go back to the contents page at the front, you can look at the crew manifesto.
The manifesto,
and
that's what I was
gives
yeah.
you
trying.
And they're all ordered by their job, so...
Right.
So it's under quality, so gunners.
I mean, the cook should be bloody obvious. So gunners would be... So we got this guy's... We've got her anyway, so... Steward.
Okay. Then we've got midshipman, topman.
Not, definitely not passenger.
Midshipmen are... Topmen are people that go on top of the ship. Seamen are general hands.
Okay. Fair enough. Worth knowing.
See, I'm going back to Mabba again, who is a top man.
Yeah.
Sierra Leone? No.
No.
Okay, so one thing I will note is the later in the book you get, the less likely they're going to be doing their genuine jobs, because more and more
Yes,
people
because
are
more
dying.
people are.
Fair enough. Thought it was worth checking anyway.
He's good
Is there
to
anything
know
we
that.
can? Is there anything we can?
I think. I mean, if it's wrong, it's wrong. We can switch the person around later, can't we?
Yeah, and if you get two more right, and that one is also right, then
It
you'll just automatically cement.
Yeah.
So what I would say was, our guy with the beard who was with Abigail.
Yes.
Well, they were an officer, and it wasn't. It wasn't the brother, because otherwise she would have dressed her as the brother.
Yeah, but I think we're still missing information on that
So
front.
but that guy, I think, is one of those three
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
I think you might want to go back to that scene, because you can identify that person.
Okay.
Um,
Well, let's
there is actually
let's
no.
put-
There is another
let's
way you
put
could look at it.
the,
If you go,
let's put the person.
We wanted
down.
to do the script, didn't we? We didn't. We
Yeah.
never did.
I think it's the last part of the Doom.
Martin, where is the captain?
So now, if you go onto the picture, you can see if you can pick him out from the crowd that was present.
It's
Oh,
Beardy.
there we go.
It's Beardy.
That must be Martin then.
Third mate.
Yeah.
So this is the other thing you can use the picture. Sometimes the picture will show you more information than you think. So for instance, you'll notice all the mates are near the captain.
Well, this is what I was going to say. We've got that narrows down to these two being whoever. This guy must be. I think he's the bosun from that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Unless the picture is clear, we can't really do much aside from hypothesize.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes it may just be a little
But
bit.
it's good to maybe make some
connections.
thinking.
But
Yeah.
I think delving too much into it at this point is probably a bit, not necessary. Well, do you want to do the chap with the tattoos? Try and put a name to that one. So
Right. So.
I think it is the one from New Guinea.
What I thought.
Yeah.
I just think it's the most.
It's
Makes the most sense.
makes the most sense with the tattoos and everything else.
Yeah. Just from where everyone else is, it.
And if it's wrong, it's wrong. We can just change it out again. There's no penalty for getting it wrong.
Yeah, Mamba was torn
Let's
apart by a
put it
terrible
this way.
beast.
If you do get like another 3 confirmations and that isn't one of them, then you know you've got it wrong.
So this is what these are passengers.
Yeah, they're a bit interesting to figure out who they are.
Well, we don't know how they. We can't fill them in yet at all because we don't know how they.
There's
die,
nothing
so,
else about
yeah.
this really that we can do. I don't think.
I think it's time to go hunting with the watch again.
So I will say, now is the point where the game opens up and there's several places you can go. One of them is directly behind you, but it's a very closed loop. You know that door you just tried to open?
Yeah.
I think that is now open.
Let's see. This is where. It's like a spare. Well, it's almost like a spare cannon room.
I mean,
oh, there's
yeah,
oh wow, you've got. There's a cannon boy here who like sleeps with the cannon.
That might have been moved there specifically for.
Another very makeshift. We got the other side here. Was that somebody there?
No.
Oh, hello. There's blood and a
Oh.
knife. There's blood and. I'll tell you what. We'll ignore the blood and the knife for the time being, shall we? And
Yeah.
just open this one instead. Where, funnily enough, there's a whole heap of nothing. Oh wow, it's all opened up, isn't it?
It has.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
there's blood
pretty
and a
much.
knife. Well, I wonder what's behind this door, everybody.
Mm.
What do you think? Well, now.
Honey Nut
that's-
Cheerios.
Wow.
Wow.
The recipe's gone downhill, I can tell you that for a fact. Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. There's nobody in that thing, is there? No.
I think that's the only person.
Does look like it. Open Bernard's watch again.
Oh no, you're cut.
Don't leave me.
Bear up, son. I'll stay with you.
Tell Pete's mother I tried my best
Aye,
to pull him back to save him.
you tell her yourself. Brennan, bring the surgeon's kit.
Okay.
I think that man might be Scottish.
Yeah.
Just as a.
You've already identified that guy though. You haven't identified this one though.
No, and it's fuzzy, so we don't know who they
Oh,
are.
that guy you've already identified.
Yeah.
That's Hoskett.
So Pete's mother. Pete's...
So that actually gives you information about a different scene.
Yeah,
could
I
it
tried to
be
pull
the-
him back. Was it from the guy who got exploded?
I was thinking
On the
more on
deck.
the top. On
Yeah, that's what I meant. On the top
Yeah.
with the guy with the rope with...
I mean, you can try it.
That's that guy again.
Mhm.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. You.
And you'll notice that guy's picture is now clear.
Our guy with a hat got his head caved in.
Hmm. Escape.
Yeah, so this is after the doom.
After Doom. I mean Doom 2.
Final doom.
We don't know who that is, but we do know.
So
So the other guy won't be present in this scene because he's already dead.
So this is the guy who was
This is the guy who dies in this scene, who's the guy that
he was-
Toscott was...
knifed, technically, or
technically, yeah.
But you don't know by who
Stabbed.
yet. Because obviously he's
Okay.
moved since his attacker.
yeah, but oh, like,
Oh,
I was gonna say don't even bother me with chasing
Oh, it's-
things. Oh, it's gonna make me chase it anyway.
It is going to make you chase it. Before you do that, Body, it might be worth entering the information you just found out about the guy that exploded. Before you forget.
which
What,
So hit-
what?
So, go to the... if you go to Ochno, the speech.
oh,
from that.
yeah. So there was the line that's saying tells Pete mother.
Brennan.
Oh,
Put yourself to Brennan. You tell yourself Brennan. So this guy was somebody Brennan.
Okay, so the thing is, the way he says
No,
it
no,
is,
no, no,
you
Brennan-
tell her yourself, Brennan, bring the surgeon's kit.
So Brennan is
So
someone
Brennan's
else
who he's
in the
talking
scene.
to.
Ah,
Pete's mother is definitely... obviously, you're looking for a guy called Pete, who you summarised was in the explosion. So you want to go the
I've-
other way, I think.
no, it's
Yeah, because it's not.
the Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Doom, rather.
Okay.
It wasn't
Too
them.
Too far.
I think. Yeah. Next page.
Is it the Fuse? No, it's not that one. It's not that one. This guy.
That one. Yep. So have you got anyone called Peter on your manifest?
Peter Milroy.
I mean, Peter.
And I'm just checking if there isn't any other Peters, because
Yeah, I mean that is it's a good idea.
Peter Milroy was blasted by an explosion.
Indeed.
Indeed, he is.
So Brennan was probably someone else in that scene, but who
We
you
don't know.
either have to guess or you'll. There are some other clues in there, but for now we can move on.
I mean, Brennan would assumably be the surgeon or something, wouldn't he? Let's have a look.
No. Brennan was someone he was calling to get the surgeon.
Okay, so who's Brennan?
Or at least the surgeon's kit.
Yeah.
Henry Brennan. Oops. Where's that gone? I just lost it.
I think he's a seaman.
He is indeed a
56.
seaman. 56. Okay. Random whatever. Let's go find that. Wherever it was.
What's all this shit, Captain?
Well, that's our guy.
Yeah.
Hmm?
And
So-
is that a length of wood? I mean, he just straight up caved the.
Oh, that's the chap.
That's
with
the guy with the
hat.
hat.
Yeah. He's someone else.
Oh, or maybe he blew him. His.
Maybe.
That, I'm just thinking where the gun was.
So we don't know who they are.
They've got an officer hat on.
Well, they've
We'll
got
say
a
the
hat on.
They've got a hat on. That is.
Again,
Right,
something
both.
we don't know. Oh, there's someone up on the stairs.
Who is indeed? Hello. Ah.
I think that's Oscar coming down to see what all the commotion is. As whoever this chap is.
Has a knife in their back.
Oh.
So yeah, you are correct. They were knifed, but as to who knifed them, you still don't know.
Well, they were clubbed by whatever their name was.
Have you identified them yet?
I
I
can't
don't
remember.
think so. No.
Oh no, not another bloody one.
I mean, it's not far.
Let me guess.
Ah, yes.
Hello. I just want to know who the guy in the hat is now. That's it. Whoa! What a surprise! Thank you.
Mutiny! Mutiny!
Struggle. Yep, as I thought. Well, there's literally blew his face off.
Yeah.
And there it is! If you really wanted to know.
Yep.
Anybody else around here doesn't appear to be. But we've got our guy here.
Yeah.
Indeed, it is a random genius, Emperor Vija. How are you doing today?
So presumably,
But I think
So-
the assumption is at the moment is that Hat Guy
So Hat Guy,
stabbed the
stab.
kid.
Yeah, that's what I would
Yeah.
assume.
So Hat Guy stabs the young chap who was calling for mutiny. The other chap attacked him, and then the first mate, second mate, attacked him because he got rid of his co-conspirator.
I don't.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing here.
Yeah. It gets convoluted.
You know,
How
Captain
did they die?
How did they die?
fresh bastard, i.e., young person, presumably.
Yeah, so that would be the young chap with the knife in the back who was.
Yeah. Who is this? We don't know. Again, it screams bosun to me. They were shot in the face with a gun
By an unknown person.
by an unknown person. Oh, God, no one.
You may need to go above deck.
Oh, hello. Oh, that's the guy with the that. Oh, someone was thrown overboard.
Ooh.
Is this one of the guys? Those guys in the stripes?
Don't know.
Oh, is it?
You'll find out.
Is it up? Can I just beat you to it, game? At this point, I really just.
To be fair, if you get there before it tries to speed up, so. Yes, that is the secret feature.
The screw you game feature. We're not going to do it.
Let them go.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. The women folk are leaving. We've got.
Oh, huh, okay.
Okay, we got you.
They were shot by a woman.
One of the. I mean, you've only got 2 other ladies on the ship, so.
And guess. Look who's coming up.
Yeah.
Yep.
But there's also. Oh, hello. There's also over here.
Oh,
That is.
The captain.
I believe the captain.
yeah, that's the captain.
I believe he's the one that says let them go.
And then.
There are other people aboard the ship. Whether you can see them at the moment is a different matter. I'd say the
Hello.
ship. I mean, the...
Oh.
That's your.
Guess
that's
who?
your guy that climbed across the rigging again.
Oh, for God's sake.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
11 others. Oh.
11 others. Right.
Okay, so
They
As
were
you get further and
shot.
further back, there's more and more people on the boats, and more people.
They were shot by a gun.
So,
By
Ralphie
one
wanting
of
Captain to do
these.
his
so it's
job.
either Emily Jackson or Miss Jane Bird.
Yes.
Wouldn't Miss Jane Bird suggest to be the younger one?
Maybe.
Correct. Well, is the one that isn't married.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that was Emily Jackson.
Okay.
What was the name of? It was Peter something or other, wasn't it? Oh, Peter. No, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Just,
I don't
just
think
in
they're
case
related.
there was something like his,
That I assume from that on the basis that they were like childhood friends or something.
Yeah.
fair.
Alright.
It's worth putting. If you think that's the person who it is, it's worth putting in there.
I
Bear
can't-
in mind, you can change that later. So.
Ralphine, Captain doing his job. He's badass, but I like him.
Captain doing his job. Is that a fact? Good. Anyway, they were shot by somebody was shot by somebody. It's basically the summary of this game so far. Somebody was shot by somebody.
I would put the person you think it was
Emily
in.
Jackson down as the unknown attacker.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
We can switch back to Jane Bird if needs be.
If needs
And
be.
because
but
it's one of the 2, at least that's a.
I
it's-
think on the
yeah.
basis that the other one was the younger lady. I think
Yeah.
it makes sense that the
Yeah,
other one
Emily
was
Jackson
rejected. So Emily Jackson, we think.
Yeah.
Maybe, possibly. Oh, good, another one. Dong. Back
Yeah, Ralphie saying
upstairs.
Captain said let them go. I'm pretty sure he was the one.
And now
who
is the
sees-
other one that we were looking at.
Yeah.
Yep.
Captain said, "Let him go."
And yes, it is going to do a loop.
Oh, fuck's sake! You are wasting my time. I'm literally here.
Oh, this must be the bane of all speedrunners for this game,
Oh
really.
God!
Yeah.
That's why it's so very satisfying to reclose the watch.
Casper, move quick.
Paul.
Ah.
So this one was trying to help them out, I think,
Yes.
and this one was.
He was trying to defend them.
Yes.
Yes. So I would say this guy was Paul.
No, perhaps the person that was stabbed was Paul, because he was trying to help.
We don't know. Hang on.
Because
It's a
remember,
woman's voice that says, Paul, look out.
yes. So the woman is.
Oh,
saying-
hello. Who are you?
Yeah.
Ah. So the woman is saying, "Paul, look out." So Paul. So the person that got stabbed, I think, is called Paul,
Hello.
because there's no point she's saying, "Paul, look out," if she's then going to shoot the person.
That's true.
Yes. Yeah.
That's not.
I think the other person next to the guy on the ship is the other woman.
Yeah, looks like it.
Who are you?
We don't know.
Can you
We'll
identify
find
them
out
yet?
soon.
I will say you can definitely identify them later. There's a much easier thing to
I hope
identify.
we hoping we can
I
do
mean, given the fact that the whole point of the game is to identify every single one of them, I'm pretty certain we can identify them later. Just
we
a
would
hunch.
hope so.
Well,
Who is this?
Oh.
So it's Paul somebody.
Yes.
Let's see. This unknown soul.
how many pulls you got?
Many.
He's a one triangle, so it means he should be easy to identify. So there's a Paul Moss.
There was. I completely did not see it. If
I
that was
didn't
good.
see it either.
First mate Steward, I believe.
That seems to be the only one in the list. I can't see any other pulls.
Let's make steward. He was
Stabbed.
No, sorry. We don't have that. We've killed
No,
Sword.
yes,
remember?
Killed
the
with sword.
By an
Sadly, you
unknown.
don't know who the attacker is. Yeah.
By a stripy fellow. Oh god, another one.
Oh,
Downstairs.
Downstairs.
Hang on. Hold fire. Give me a chance to get down there, game. We've got ominous lighting. Ooh, hello. Oh, but there's... Is that Hattie?
Possibly.
Hattie McGee. We've got...
Someone. Ooh.
Ooh, this is all
Arms
very...
off.
Remind me what age rating this game is.
It doesn't have one. It's PC only release, so it doesn't need one.
Right.
I'm pretty certain.
Hurry up, game.
I'm pretty certain Obra Dinn's on the Switch. I've seen it on sale on the Switch.
That's a good point. I don't know. Oh god, if you outran it so fast, the ball of light didn't have time to catch up.
Maybe.
I think. Please don't say we've actually despawned it.
No, you just have to go back and fetch it.
I've got to fetch the ball of light. Oh, hello. Who's that?
Ah, lose.
Alright. Hello, ball of light. For fuck's sake. I wonder where you're going. Are you going down below deck? Well, there's a funny thing. Right. We have got a person.
He's
who's-
16.
I think they were missing an arm, weren't they?
Put me down. Let go. Easy now. You're in a bad way. Squid. Where is my Frenchman? Squid's gone. Your mate was torn apart. The cat. The beast is dead. How? How did you kill it? We didn't. It left with the store. Captain came up from the hold. Said he chased it off. You should rest. Curse like that.
Curse.
That lived for nothing.
That's the clue. That's the clue. It's New
There's-
Guinea because it's French. There's a French. It's French.
yes.
It's Papua New
It
Guinea
says
French.
his mate is a Frenchman.
Yes. So that when we know this guy. We know this guy is French. Oh, here's.
No, he said his mate is a Frenchman.
Yes, but but it would make sense if it was New Guinea. Because his mate was torn in half, right? By the beast.
Okay.
And we know one person's been torn in half by the beast.
Yeah.
You know of one person that's been torn in half by the beast.
So there might be others that have been torn in half by the beast. Okay.
Yes.
So I'll put my hat here.
However, you can identify him because, well,
He's French.
you-
No, it's.
well, no, his mate is French.
Yeah.
And also, Ralphie points out that he's speaking German.
Yeah.
Which is another clue.
His mate was French.
I remember it's not in the book yet.
Yeah, you gotta wait for the
I
scene
was
to finish before it
confused.
goes in the book.
Let's think. Okay, well, these two we know.
It's German.
That is German. I was confused by it was like my mate's French because it would make sense that it was Papua New Guinea because that's French. Who is this? How did they die? Well, it looks like we don't know.
They expired.
They expired.
There's a couple of
Died
answers.
from old age.
No, a couple of
Torn
answers.
apart,
but probably-
technically.
Technically.
Yeah, That's probably the right one by the
By
beast.
the beast.
But you can. It says you can identify him.
If they're German, then there's only one. How many Germans are there? None.
Oh no, Denmark. Could it be? Could they be Dutch?
Okay. Remember, he said that his mate was French. So maybe try looking for that as a clue.
The bosun's mate.
Which would make him
The bosun.
Bosun.
Austria.
Austria.
Ah,
86 achievement unlocked.
Ah. 3 more fates correct.
You've got 3 more correct.
So yeah, so we were right with was it Manu?
You were right with Peter.
Oh, Maba.
And yeah,
You're right, mother.
I think we can close the book now.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Oh, I think we can probably go out the door now.
Yeah, I heard the door.
yep, that is the end of that sequence.
Oh. Alright.
Okay.
Guess where unlocks next?
Escape. Well, that.
So,
Okay.
half crosses are people we are not sure what happened to them.
4 wayward souls disappeared during the events of this chapter. Their fates are catalogued here.
Well,
Oh, for fuck's sake, now you're doing this game.
this is Dutch. Higher rating means that it will be more difficult to so focus on these deduced identities first, and leave them more difficult for later. Okay. Well, tough. Tough, because if that's if we're going on the basis
Emily
of what we
Jackson.
were doing, it's Emily Jackson. And as far as we know, we believe she escaped.
So it would be alive.
We believe she's alive.
However, you need to figure out where they're
Oh,
alive.
for feck's sake!
That will be... Leave that for now, I would say.
Right, on that, well, by, again, deduction and
Hmm.
what have you, that must be Miss Jane Bird.
Again, met with
Met
an
an
unknown
unknown
fate.
Disappearances.
Essentially, these 4 people were on that boat. So we
Yeah.
can assume they're all alive, but
we can't say
know
anything.
where.
We know what
Yeah.
they are. That appears to be the young boy or young man that was off the left-hand side, the far left.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was hanging off the boat by the pulley.
So,
I would leave that for the moment. A clue for that might come later. And when I say might, will definitely come up later.
No.
Before we go
I
downstairs,
was gonna say.
I'm gonna just go to the back of that deck. The other side.
The very
'cause
back
there
of it,
is
'cause-
there is one that I missed there that I think is worth you looking at.
so now we've got that
I
person.
was
You already got that guy.
them, yeah.
Keep going. The door is now
It's a
open.
very fuzzy door, isn't there?
Yeah,
Right,
that's fine.
let's go into. Ooh.
Oh, there.
Blimey.
Good grief.
Oh.
I don't think there's a crouch button in this game.
There's
No.
no crouch button.
Not much left of them, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh God. So dysentery then.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
Oh well. Well.
Hey, that's what he was there for, not how he died.
Yes. Oh, he's the artist.
He is the artist. Yes.
Ralphie, crappy way to die.
Literally. Well, I've got to wait now for the.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is one of those ones where it's like, okay, You can shorten this now.
Hello. I was just seeing you. There you go. Stern-faced.
What's happening out
This is like the
there?
this is the galley, so I'm expecting somebody to really be around here. But other than that, okay, seriously.
Well, bear in mind
galley?
this is during the attack of the beast.
Is there nothing I can?
No, I think this is just.
No, it's just a time thing.
Doop. Oh yeah, crap! Ready to die.
On the bow.
Well, we know.
I
who
actually
this-
think he may be the first person to die from the Kraken.
This, yes, artist Edward Spratt, met an unknown fate. They were crushed by the beast.
Yep, I'd say that
There
was
we
pretty
go.
cut and dry.
There we go.
Dong.
Oh wait, there's another one for this?
Oh.
Upstairs.
Upstairs.
I forgot about this.
Dong. Somebody there. Okay, just go. Ooh, is it round here? Is it back over there? Where could it possibly be? Is it over the side? I feel like chucking myself over the side. Now, what happened to you?
I actually don't remember this one.
Over my dead body, you bloody Dane.
Dane?
Yeah.
How's that? No cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat. Thought I'd forget. You killed my brother. What? That was an accident. No ropes. It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing. Lies. I shouldn't have waited so long. No, don't.
Well,
An interesting one here.
the goat's visible.
Yeah. There's a few people take your boat to escape.
Yeah.
You've got a load of books with you. Perhaps the first person who looks particularly dark-skinned,
He is.
which will narrow it
Okay.
down.
So is that the chap that's? So apparently we know who they.
Well,
That's
you
the-
can identify them.
That's the
You did
Dane.
have-
The murderer has a brother. There was an accident on ship earlier in that we've not
Yeah.
seen yet, but he's responsible for. And so one of these, the killer's one of the brothers. So presumably there's people with the same surname.
Same last names, yeah.
So this happened right at the beginning of the Doom.
So this actually happens before the Kraken or beast. I'm going to call it a Kraken because it's essentially a Kraken.
Lars
Yeah.
Probably a good shout.
clubbed.
By an unknown
An
person.
unknown attacker, but we can narrow it down, I think. It's going to be somebody lower down, right? You'd have thought.
I don't know what position the two are in.
Anyway.
But you are probably right that they have the same last name. Of which I think I've just spotted the two.
Peters. Samuel Peters and Nathan Peters.
At
48
this
and
point,
60.
you would just be guessing which one's which,
Yeah.
though.
So there's no point.
Though, worth putting one in anyway, because,
Yeah, but Samuel Peters and then.
yeah. And then if you've got two others that you're happy are right, you can always try switching the name and see if that works.
Right, that's the end of this period.
Apparently so.
I think that might be the Doom complete for you guys.
Yeah.
It might be one
Turn
more, I'm
around,
not
turn
sure.
around.
Yep. I'm just checking if there's nothing else. Where is the door? The mysterious door. Pew!
Yes, that is the end of the Doom. So a lot of people go missing off
That's
this one. This one's a bit more
somebody with a turban.
correct. It is, but you have not seen them yet.
So I can't do anything. Wait, further clues.
So apparently we know who that person is.
Apparently, I mean, the top might
I think
suggest
that's the guy who just clubbed the other guy. So he'll be one of the Peters.
we don't.
Okay, so there are some people you can identify by the picture.
Right, this is.
That is not one of them, I don't think.
Well, we know we can narrow it down to 4 because they're part of the Formosa group.
There are some other Asian people on the ship.
Yeah, but they're also part of the 4 people from Formosa, and they're in that separate picture. It's the 2 with the 2 guards.
Okay, I'm going to tell you because that picture is not from the Formosa picture. He's not one of the 4 Formosas.
In this case, it's the Chinese people.
He's one of the Chinese people.
Why are they? I'm confused by that. Okay, never mind.
Oh, apparently the Formosans are passengers, so because they're not passengers.
Yeah, I mean, Omid Gul, I didn't know we were having Cardassians, but apparently so.
I think we might need to come back to this one later.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on.
However, that guy you might be able to identify purely by his picture.
Tom Selleck?
It's by the wheel.
So what would that make his job?
He would be...
Host the Wheel of Fortune?
The bosun? No. Helmsman. That must be him.
However, we don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened to him.
So
I honestly thought he had like a hook hand briefly on the right because of the way the sketch is. We don't know anything about that. Bargain.
So all of these people, you can figure out how they died, but you'll have to find them in the background of another scene, basically. Oh, is his pic literally unblurred from the moment you open the book? Did not realise that, but yeah,
Really?
this is literally how you identify him.
Interesting. Right.
Yeah, don't worry so much about these. We can always come back to them at a later date.
So this is now we can actually just see there. We've got the mast has been literally lashed together.
Like literally, the Obra Dinn has somehow miraculously got back to Falmouth.
What?
Ooh, what's that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The sparkle.
I'm being purposely.
I'm zooming.
I know. I'm not telling you anything. So I believe there is another deck you can go to below now. I think there is another room on that middle deck that you can explore.
Let's have a look. See.
Yeah, you've done this side now.
We got that. We got you.
Everything in this main room is done.
Can I get past here?
Over the cannon, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Was this the one that we...
Yeah, that's that one.
Yeah, that's one. I've just noticed there's another door open.
No, we've already gone
past the stairs.
We purposely, you know...
In there? What about this one across?
Nothing there.
No, there is. Go back to that open door. There are flies. There is a...
Is that a leg? Is that our guy that was shot? Well, It's not...
Looks like they're.
Why is his hands behind him?
Maybe they're being mutinied.
Because he's cuffed.
Maybe they're being sort of treated as sort of being set adrift.
Look at that tattoo on that guy's arm.
Bill Cipher!
Yeah, it is.
I think it's meant to be a lady in a dress, but...
Well, they being pulled down. Murder!
Void!
Those boys, how can you do this? Load her up, we best push, let me go. I mean, they were shot,
Yeah.
but that's...
Yeah, that's about all you can get right now.
My gun.
My gun by an unknown attacker. 11 other people were present.
Yeah.
But again, we got these two. Again, these are the
So,
two.
yeah,
So we know who that. We know
those
we can.
two
We
are
can.
them.
We can sort them out, probably, right?
Not quite. No.
Well, you've got... If you knew which names were male and female, maybe. But there will be an easier chance to do that later.
Oh, here we go.
And yes.
Dong. Oh, hello. What's going on over here? Oh, it's the guy. This is the guy who was strung up.
This is the guy that was executed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was he executed for? Because it was for the
Murder?
whole.
Considering the fact
Well.
that this chapter is called Murder.
I guess you'll find out, won't you?
Somehow we didn't notice this before, everybody. Yeah, alright. The Watch of Darkness. Oh, well, Hock Seng Lao. Here we go.
Yep.
As captain of this ship, and by the authority of the East India Company, and thus the Crown of England, I sentence you to death by firing line. Mr. Wolf, when you are ready.
Right, sir. Ready, men. Aim. Fire.
That's it's you with the hat.
Mm-hmm.
You with the hat is Mr. Wolf.
Okay, so that's one.
Because
way
he's
you've
giving
got.
the commands.
Correct.
And then we've got. Well,
You may recognise this theme.
yeah, but maybe just a little. Maybe just a little. This is where it's going to tell me there's 8 million people.
So you now can identify the woman in that group. I think.
I am Miss Lim.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think only one of them is called Lim. I might be wrong.
Oh,
Let's go.
There you go.
there's a monkey as well.
There's a monkey.
There's 2 goats.
You can probably identify that guy as well. He's not gonna let you, really?
I mean, that would be like some sort of butcher, or probably
Chef or.
that'd be the
Yeah.
murder.
Order.
Who is this? Maybe it's Hock Seng Lao.
Now again, this one actually has quite a few things that will accept his death. You can either put it down to Mr.
He was
Wolf,
shot
'cause
by
he gave the
gun.
order.
by...
I think you can put this down to the captain, or you can try and figure out who successfully shot him.
Christian Wolf is the gunner then.
Correct.
I mean, at the end of the day, it was he who said fire, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
I'm gonna
think
say
the
that.
game will accept that, but I'm not sure.
That's where the others were present.
So, yeah, it will let you identify her now.
That's Bislim.
No,
No,
I've
you've
tested
missed it,
this.
you've missed
I
it.
think there are actually at least 2 solutions
23.
for this.
Formosa passenger.
Don't know them.
Yeah, you've still got 2 males, and you've got to figure out which one's which. And the game hasn't given you enough info yet.
Right.
But yes, you can, if you want to, actually see which of the firing squad successfully hit him.
So it was you. Oh, it's him!
Oh.
And you might actually be able to identify him. But yes, there is another death.
Oh, it's the murder.
Oh, it's the murder victim.
The murder victim. Who was?
No, Ravi, there is definitely more than one, because I have tested it on that one.
Oh, no.
Unless they've patched it since.
There's somebody over here as well. Oh, that's the one we've got.
No, that's the-
already.
That's what you've already done.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on. Oh, is it somewhere else? No, it is back here. What a waste of time. For literally everybody. I mean, we don't know they were murdered.
Hello? Who is there? Who is that? Is someone hurt? Senor Nichols, is that you?
We don't know it's Senior
What
Nichols.
are you doing down
Oh, it's Senior Nichols.
Hello, yes. I'm here. Just sorting some things.
What's your step? Here, let me help you.
See, who are you? Because I can't see you. Which I think is what he wants, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, so it wasn't him who did who killed.
No, and if you look behind you now, there is
One of the guards.
No, that's the
the one that got executed,
Yeah.
knocked out. He was framed, it seems.
Ooh.
What's this?
What's this?
What is this, and why can't I interact with it?
Because
Why
this
is that?
past you.
Why has that got the same effect as that thing in the sea?
Bill Cipher, is that you?
I wonder. Anybody else around? No.
I think that's what it is.
No, it's just those 3.
So Nichols was killed. We think Nichols was killed.
So we know who because they were they're the murder victim.
Yeah, hello.
Mhm.
Who is there? Was it somebody?
So the person who attacked him is Senior Nichols. Whatever. But no, he was. If you go to the
Senior
next, if you go
Nicholas.
to the if you go to the next page over, the transcript tells you who he was. If you go to the actual blurb, Nunzio Pasqua. That's who that person is.
So the victim is Nunzio Pasqua.
Nunzio Pasca.
20.
I'm gonna say
They were stabbed.
Looked like it.
They were knifed, we think, by Edward Nichols, the second mate.
Unless there's someone else called Nichols.
You never know.
Never know with this game.
I mean, I don't think he would say Signor.
Yeah.
no.
Fair enough.
He's basically saying Senior Nicholas.
Right, so we're good. We're happy with that.
Yeah.
We're very happy with that.
That's the end of this section.
Yeah, there we go. The door. The dreaded don't go out backwards, just screw it. There we go. Favorite scenes. Only one correct solution here. No, just one. Okay. Murder.
Three deaths. Fair enough.
Oh,
Cool.
I was actually wrong about that second one.
I have to say the specific person.
Or the captain, because the captain gave the order. So it'll be second part of murder, yeah.
I'm just going to say
Christian Wolf was simply obeying orders. But yeah, you can also identify the person that successfully shot. Oh, maybe they have patched it out. I've literally just gone to look at a guide to make sure I had it right, and it's gone, either of these two are acceptable for the full completion. So,
Fair enough.
maybe they changed that. In which case, you might need to figure out who the gunners are.
We got some. I think it's probably time
I think
to.
it's about time, yeah.
Go below deck.
Well, no, it's about time to put a cap on the stream. I think
Fair enough.
it's kind of
Yeah, it's
late.
been 2 hours.
So I doff my cap to all of you who have been watching this as we just go about confused. My thanks to Urtheart for being the voice in the background and giving us a clue as to where the hell we're going and what the hell the mechanics are supposed to be. Because I swear to God, I'm glad I'm happy I'm playing this game. I'm far happier that I've got company doing it. Because I think if I was doing this on my own, it would just annoy me. Because
Yeah, and I think this is a game that's like, unless you're a die-hard puzzle fan and really like these things, this is just a very nice game to do with other people and just as a group puzzle-solving exercise. Especially later. What I will say is, next time, when I assume the random genius will be playing at home, bring a notepad. Because when we start jumping between scenes to look for clues, you might need it.
And the thing is, I've now got no idea where I'm supposed to go next, but I'm sure there's something.
I think it's the
bottom.
next floor down, because I think the
Let's just have a.
When
stairs
you
opened
found
up
the
for
bosun, another floor opened up below. Across the cannon.
We'll see. Oh yeah, because we
Underneath
ignored down
we
there.
ignored down there because
Because.
So that's where we will be starting next time.
This is autosave.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know. Anyway, like I was saying, thank you to the Random Genius for company over the last couple of days.
Yes.
And we will be back soon.
Indeed.
Soon. Maybe as soon as... No, because you'll be travelling and you won't be about, and I'm going to do this with you. So, we'll come back to this soonish. There might be a stream tomorrow. It might be Yakuza 0, as opposed to some other Yakuza. You know, that Yakuza one we've been playing for like 26 sessions. It might be that particular Yakuza. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching. If you're watching YouTube at a later date, please do consider dropping a subscription, dropping a like, dropping a comment, doing all those things. And if you're not a follower of us on Twitch, go to twitch.tv/lastminutecontinue and drop us a follow on there. It will eventually get to the mark where I have to do terrible things, i.e. play Sonic 06 again. But you'll also find
11 followers off.
By the time this goes out, probably 12. But hey, we'll be back soon. Whatever the case, have a very good evening wherever it is you are. We'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.